Argentina has boldly declared its opposition, loudly proclaiming a newfound aversion to China and the BRICS alliance, directly challenging one of the global economic giants. This brazen move, far from a discreet departure, has escalated into a major international controversy. Argentina's position, filled with critical remarks and warnings about China's influence, has elicited a fiery response. China, feeling offended, has responded by withdrawing a crucial $6.5 billion financial lifeline essential for Argentina's fragile economy. With Argentina already facing severe economic challenges, this decision poses a critical question. What was behind Argentina's strategy? Now, with their economy at stake, Argentina looks hopefully towards the United States, anticipating assistance. However, a significant query lingers. Will the U.S. intervene, or will Argentina's daring risk leave them stranded? The situation is laden with uncertainty, and the stakes are immense. Join us to the end for this enthralling story of international brinkmanship, where pride, politics, and economics converge in a tense geopolitical showdown. Welcome back of another interesting chapter of our channel. Inventive Insights makes you discover the unfolding narrative of China's inventive ventures and expanding impact across various global regions. If you're exploring our channel for the first time and have an interest in the dynamic progression of China's evolution, and increasing cloud art content will surely captivate you. Please subscribe, like, and comment. In this video, we delve into the reasons why China stopped deal worth $6.5 billion. With Argentina, stay with us until the end of the video to find out how Argentina feels about it. Let's get to it. In an unexpected turn of events, China has suspended a critical financial agreement with Argentina, a move that holds significant implications for both nations and the broader geopolitical landscape. Decision, halting a currency swap deal valued at $6.5 billion, directly responds to Argentina's choice not to join the BRICS group and its evolving relationship with the U.S. and other global powers. Cancellation of this deal arrived shortly after Javier Miley assumed the presidency in Argentina. Miley, known for his strong opposition to China, has been a vocal critic of the communist state, advocating for Argentina to cut ties and align more closely with what he terms civilized places. This stance represents a significant shift from Argentina's previous foreign policy, which had been more favorable towards China. Historically, the currency swap arrangement between China and Argentina, in place since 2009, has been a vital lifeline for the South American nation. Struggling with the dollar deficit and teetering on the edge of international default, Argentina has relied on this agreement as one of its few accessible credit options. The annual renewal of this deal underscored its importance in stabilizing the Argentine economy. The situation took a dramatic turn in October of the previous year. At that time, China had agreed to extend the currency swap during the negotiation with Sergio Massa, then Argentina's Minister of Economy. However, the political landscape in Argentina shifted when Massa was defeated by Miley in the election. Miley's campaign rhetoric was distinctly anti-China, and he promised a departure from Argentina's established foreign policy, which included trading and engaging with communist countries like China. Upon taking office, President Miley seemed to shift his stance. Reports indicate he reached out to the Chinese government, seeking to renew the currency swap arrangement. This change in tone might have been influenced by Argentina's precarious economic situation, a critical role the Chinese currency swap played in providing financial stability. The implications of China's decision to suspend the currency swap are far-reaching. Argentine media outlets have speculated that this move might be linked to Argentina's recent acquisition of used F-16 fighter jets from the U.S., a step away from earlier discussions to purchase Chinese F-17 Thunder jets. The pivot towards the U.S. for military hardware could be seen as a slight against China, further straining the relationship between Buenos Aires and Beijing. The suspension of the currency swap deal places Argentina in a precarious financial situation. The country is now forced to look for alternative funding sources and may need to renegotiate its debts with the International Monetary Fund. However, without the financial buffer provided by the currency swap with China, these negotiations and Argentina's overall economic stability are at risk. And this development also has broader geopolitical implications. And China's decision can be interpreted as a response not only to Argentina's domestic policy changes, but also as a statement against the increasing US influence in the region. By halting the currency swap, China is signaling its disapproval of Argentina's growing alignment with the US and its allies. The situation is a complex interplay of international diplomacy, economics, and politics reflecting the shifting balances of power in the global arena. As Argentina navigates its path forward, the decisions made by President Miley and his administration will have significant implications for the country's economic health and its relationships with major world powers. The outcome of this situation will be closely watched, as it could set a precedent for how nations engage with global superpowers like China and the US in a rapidly changing world. Amidst this geopolitical chess game, it is crucial to delve deeper into the intricacies of Argentina's decision to reject joining BRICS, a choice that has significantly contributed to the current tension with China. CRIRIS, an association of 5 major emerging national economies, Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa, represents a coalition that has been gaining prominence as a counterweight to traditional Western economic alliances. Argentina's decision to steer clear of this group, particularly at a time when global economic dynamics are rapidly evolving, was a move loaded with diplomatic and economic implications. This decision not only reflects Argentina's shift in foreign policy alignment, but also highlights the complexities of international relations in a multipolar world. The choice to distance itself from BRICS, and by extension China, can be seen as an alignment with Western powers, notably the US. This realignment is significant, considering the historical context of Latin America's economic and political ties with the US and the increasing influence of China in the region. The US, traditionally a dominant influence in Latin America, has viewed China's growing presence in the region with concern. China's investments in loans to Latin American countries have been substantial over the past decades, giving it considerable economic leverage. Argentina's pivot towards the US and away from China could signify a broader realignment of South American nations under US influence, reversing the trend of the past years where China seemed to be gaining ground. The implications of this shift are profound for Argentina's domestic politics and economic situation. Aligning more closely with the US could bring certain advantages, such as increased access to Western markets and potential financial aid. However, it also brings risks, particularly given Argentina's fragile economic state. The loss of the Chinese currency swap deal removes a crucial safety net, potentially exposing the country to greater financial volatility. Furthermore, this move has broader implications for global power dynamics. It highlights the ongoing competition for influence between the US and China, with countries like Argentina caught in the middle. This tug-of-war is not just about economic agreements, but also about ideological alignments and strategic partnerships. As the global landscape continues to evolve, nations are increasingly finding themselves having to choose sides in this great power competition. Countries like Argentina, these decisions are not made lightly. The economic repercussions are immediate and tangible, as evidenced by the suspension of the currency swap deal with China. However, there are also longer-term strategic considerations at play. Aligning with the US might offer certain benefits and align with the ideological preferences of the current administration. But it also means diverging from a path of greater economic integration with China and potentially other emerging economies. The situation in Argentina is a microcosm of broader challenges facing many countries in the current international order. Navigating these complex geopolitical waters requires a careful balancing act, weighing immediate economic needs against long-term strategic objectives. As the global balance of power continues to shift, the decisions made by countries like Argentina will have far-reaching implications, not just for their national fortunes, but for the shape of the international system as a whole. Suspension of the $6.5 billion currency swap deal between China and Argentina is a significant event with wide-ranging implications. It reflects the shifting allegiances and strategic calculations in a world where the lines of global power are constantly being redrawn. For Argentina, this decision marks a critical juncture, one that will shape its economic and foreign policy for years to come. For the rest of the world, it is a reminder of the ongoing jostle for influence and the intricate dance of diplomacy in an increasingly multipolar world. Thank you for your attention, and I welcome your thoughts and questions on this complex and vital subject. If you want to watch more videos like this, please subscribe, like, and share the video to get exclusive videos about how phenomenally China is developing and growing its influence.